What's up, guys? Let's talk about the big one this weekend. I'm not talking about Corey Anderson versus Jimmy Manuel. I'm talking about Triple G and Danny Jacobs at MSG. You know, I am going with Danny Jacobs in this fight for a couple of reasons. And I'm going to be honest and upfront as always, okay? I am not a Triple G guy, okay? Uh, I want to see him lose. I'm tired of him being guarded up. I believe he has flaws in his game. I think he is very easy to hit. He has great power, but his defense ain't shit. He has a good chin, um, but he is fighting a real heavy hitter now at middleweight in Danny Jacobs. Okay, I do not believe this would be a fight where Triple G can, you know, walk around with his hands down like a jackass and just let his opponent tee off on him and smile and shit and nod his head like like he's big shit. I do not think he'll be able to afford to do that against Dan Jacobs. Okay. Also, I'm going with Danny Jacobs because you can get great odds on Danny Jacobs. This is a great value play, okay? I'm not saying bet the house on Danny Jacobs. I'm not saying that for sure Danny Jacobs is going to smoke Triple G, okay? But do I believe he has a shot? Yes, I do. I do believe so. I believe Danny Jacobs is the younger man. He is a taller man, and he has a longer reach, okay? And he has real power. 32 wins, 29 by KO, okay? Also, his three fights that went the distance were, I believe, 10, 8, and 6 round fights. Okay. He has never had a 12 round fight to go to a decision. Okay, of course, he lost one, but he won the other five. Okay. And he won those by KO. 12 round fights. Okay. No man is going to distance with Danny Jacobs. I believe either way, it's my belief that this fight will not see the ninth round. Okay. I just looked at the odds before doing this video. I'm doing this video at this moment. This is March 15th, 2017. It is a little after 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Okay. The odds on Dan Jacobs right now are very, very good. Hell, they are great. You can get him as good as a plus 660 on the money line. Also, I said this, I believe, in an early video. I'm not sure which video it was. But I said that I would be tempted to put money on Danny Jacobs to win inside the distance or by knockout if it was at close to 10 to 1 or plus 1,000. Right now, you can get better than a plus 900 on Danny Jacobs to win inside the distance or by KO. Okay? Better than plus 900 on a guy who has 29 of his 32 wins by KO. Okay? That's very good. On an opponent that is very hittable, who I believe Dan Jacobs is the better athlete overall, faster. I won't say stronger, but he is faster, okay? And who is the bigger guy, okay? Also factor in the New York advantage, okay? I know there will be Triple G fans there, but I believe Danny Jacobs will have more of a home field advantage, in my opinion. That's just my belief. This guy born, raised, and currently lives in New York, okay? I would think that there would be a lot of New Yorkers there cheering on the New York guy, okay? People that know Dan Jacobs, etc. So I have played Dan Jacobs to win inside the distance. I actually placed that wager weeks ago, and I forgot to tell you guys that it had gone up to a plus 900, but now it is better than the plus 900 on the KO and inside the distance, okay? So, something to consider if you believe Dan Jacobs has a chance of getting a KO or winning inside the distance. Also, something that I am considering doing that I probably will do, and this is very risky and is very expensive, okay? But if Dan Jacobs is to pull off the upset, okay? By the way, I am wanting to see an upset in boxing. What was the last great upset we got on pay-per-view? Marquez knocking out Pacquiao, I believe. And that has been years ago. We are due for a jaw-dropping upset, okay? And I would like to see that. I would love to hear Jim Lampley have to, call his best friend, his favorite fighter, Triple G, I would love to hear him call him getting stopped, okay, and getting a loss on his record. But as I said, I believe this fight will not see the ninth round either way. Okay, you can get a minus 197 on this fight to not start the ninth round as of now, as I last looked before doing this video. Okay, I think that is a very good play. But what I am considering doing, and like I said, this is risky and expensive. Okay, and this is definitely not a guarantee. This is a lottery ticket situation. Okay, but the odds are so good that I do not believe I will be able to resist. If you play individual rounds, Danny Jacobs to win in round 1, round 2, round 3, whatever. If you pick individual rounds, they are giving better than a plus 10,000. A plus 10,000, okay, for Danny Jacobs to win in pretty much any round. If you pick him to win in the first round, it's like at a plus 12,000, plus 12,500, something like that, something along those lines, okay? So understand, in every round, I do believe, as I'm doing this video, you can get better than a plus 10,000 or at a plus 10,000 on Danny Jacobs to win in an individual round. So if you were to place, let's say, for example, let's say if they have Jacobs to win in round 3 is at a plus 10,000. If you place a $50 wager on that line and Danny Jacobs wins in the third round, you will profit $5,000 and get your $50 back, okay? Of a plus 10,000. If you wager 50 on a plus 10,000, you will win $5,000, okay? Like I said, this is a lottery ticket situation, and it can be expensive depending on how much you wager, okay? If you were to wager a mere $10 each, in whatever rounds you feel that he may win, let's say if you have my theory, and this fight will not see the ninth round, okay? You play $10 on Danny Jacobs to win in each round, 1 through 8, so that would be $80, okay? And you would win a minimum of $1,000, okay? Then you would of course subtract the 70. If he was to get a knockout in one of those rounds, subtract $70, and then you have your profit, okay, of almost $1,000. It could be more depending on what the actual line is on that round, okay? This is potentially expensive and risky depending on how much you wager. But as I said, the odds are so good. And you look at the situation, you look at Jacobs being the bigger man, the younger man, the longer man, taller man, the New York advantage. I think the better athlete, in my opinion, overall. I think if these two guys had a race, I believe Dan Jacobs would win. I think he could jump higher than Triple G. I just think he's overall a better athlete, okay? What I would prefer and wish Danny Jacobs to do in this fight, he has two options, okay? He can stay on the outside. He can use his length and try to stay away from Triple G's punch and pick him apart. Land his shot on the outside while not getting hit. He could do that. Or he could take the Kid Chocolate approach and just rush Triple G, okay, in the first round. Rush him early in the fight, which is what I would prefer Dan Jacobs to do. I would love for him to, in my opinion, trying to fight Triple G on the outside is not the best way to fight this guy. He wants you to go against the ropes. He wants to stalk you. He wants to have, a good reach. He wants to be able to extend his punch to touch you, to hurt you, okay? To extend his power, okay, in his punch. I want to see somebody take the fight to Triple G, move forward on him, pressure him, clinch him like he got clinched in the Olympics and ragdolled and lost that fight, okay? I want to see this guy get pressed, even though Jacobs is the bigger guy. I would love to see Jacobs move forward on Triple G, fight Triple G like he insulted his mama, like he spit in his mama's face. Go at Triple G. Try to get that knockout early. Put that pressure on his ass. Catch him cold. I would love for him to do exactly what he did to Kid Chocolate, okay, Peter Quillen. Go out there and seek and destroy, Do I believe Jacobs has the power to stop Triple G? Sure, why not? Yes, Triple G has shown a great chin, but Triple G is aging. I know he's been boxing a long time. He is aging. Okay, he is what, 34. If he has not turned 35, I believe he's still 34. Okay, been around a long time. He had a good little fight there against Kell Brook, who touched him quite a bit. Okay, like I said, I felt that Kell Brook was winning that fight. Okay, before that fight was stopped, I had Kell winning all but one round. I had that one round tied. Okay, so I would prefer for Dan Jacobs to press Triple G, to get up in him, rush him, catch him off guard, because Triple G is used to people backing up and not wanting to fight him, not wanting to taste his power. Make him back up. The best way, in my opinion, to fight Triple G is try to make him back up, push him, clinch him. Hell, I'd throw dirty elbows. I would get him off his game mentally. I would get him out of his game. Press Triple G. Get up in Triple G. Jacobs has the power. He needs to seek and destroy. I believe Triple G is very hittable. I think his defense is shit. I think his head is there to get hit. You know, he is not. He does not have the fastest hands. He does not have the fastest reflexes. Okay, he has a good chin, but I think Danny Jacobs, if he hits this guy enough, Danny Jacobs is a real middleweight. With real power. As I said, 29 of 32 wins by KO. Okay, inside the distance. I want to see him put pressure on Triple G. I think he has a real shot in this fight, and the odds are so good, man. You know, this is a great value play. As I said, I'm not saying that for sure that Danny Jacobs is going to win and to bet the house. This is not one of those type of plays, okay? This is not a Mauricio Alonso against Josh Koscheck. Where I felt very confident even though the odds were big. I'm not saying that in this fight, okay? Triple G is a favorite for a reason. He has been getting all these knockouts for a reason. The guy has real power. And Jacobs has been stopped before. But I am not holding that against him. Anybody can be hit, caught, stopped, and knocked out, okay? So, I'm going with Dan Jacobs in this fight. As I said, because I'm not a Triple G fan, because I want Jacobs to win in his hometown. I believe he has real power, and I want to see a great upset in boxing. We are due for a great upset on pay-per-view, and the value, the money. Okay, there's great money to be made if Dan Jacobs can pull this shit off. I believe Dan Jacobs has to get a knockout to win this fight. I do not see this fight going the distance either way, and I do not see him surviving Triple G's punch for 12 rounds. And I don't think Triple G could survive Dan Jacobs' punch for 12 rounds if he gets hit enough times. So I believe somebody will get stopped in this fight. And I believe this fight will not see the ninth round. If it sees the ninth round, I will be shocked. I will be surprised, okay? But as I said, I am strongly looking at playing Danny Jacobs to win each round up until the ninth round. Rounds 1 through 8, I'm going to play probably individually, okay? Very risky, potentially very expensive, depending on how much you wager. But as I said, if you was to wager $10 on Jacobs to win in those rounds individually, you could get $1,000 win. Subtract, whatever, at a minimum $1,000, as long as the odds stay at a plus 10,000 for each round. And those are the minimum odds. Each round plus 10,000. Okay. Then you subtract your if you wager 80, you would subtract 70 because you would win one of those rounds if he gets the knockout in one of those rounds. Okay. So that would be 70 minus, 1,000. So you're looking at a $930 profit, I believe. And not bad on a $10 wager if Jacobs can pull it off. Okay. So as I said, I'm looking at that, and as I said, if you was to wager, let's say 50 on each round, $5,000 if Jacobs can pull it off. This is a lottery ticket situation, guys. Very risky, potentially very expensive, depending on how you play it. But a plus 10,000 on a power puncher, a guy, with this kind of KO ratio, fighting in his hometown, his home state. But he's not fighting in Brownsville, but he's fighting close to Brownsville. He's fighting in New York. Okay, guy lives in Brooklyn. I think the crowd will be very heavy for Jacobs. I do not believe Triple G will have the majority of that crowd. If he does, it will shock me. But, factor in the pride that Jacob's gonna have fighting in MSG in this big pay-per-view fight. Fighting this great challenge. He's gonna have size advantage, youth advantage, athletic advantage, in my opinion. I think Danny Jacobs is a live dog. If you was to play money line or individual rounds or any kind of prop, I think Jacobs is a live dog in this fight. I'm giving you guys, my suggestions of things that I'm looking at doing. If you guys want to potentially play it, like I said, very risky. We cannot guarantee Danny Jacobs winning this fight. He is a heavy underdog for a reason. Triple G has been a great champ, with great power. But I think he has flaws. And if Danny Jacobs can land flush, maybe not one punch, it might take an accumulation of punches. But I think he could stun Triple G, and he could possibly stop Triple G. Okay, I believe he has a real chance, and I am playing Danny Jacobs. I have already placed a wager on Danny Jacobs, and I will be placing additional because these individual round plays, man, plus 10,000, man, the odds are too great, man, for all these advantages for Danny Jacobs. So thought I'd give you guys a heads up. If you have any questions about these plays or my opinion on this fight, hit me up in the comment section, and I will try to answer it as best I can. And enjoy this fight, man, because I am looking forward to it. I have been looking forward to it. Like I said, I believe Danny Jacobs has a real shot, okay? But do not be surprised if Triple G wins. I will not be, because that is what is expected. He is expected to stop Danny Jacobs. But I think Jacobs has the power. You're going to have size, youth, athletic advantage, in my opinion. The home field advantage. Great value, potential value in this fight. Thanks for watching.